guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is my birthday nails and they came out so good. So proud of myself. So we're just going to jump into it. As you can see, my nails are already prepped and I'm going to use nail tips from Sis Nail Co. in 3XL shaped coffin. Also, I'm going to use nail glue from Makartt, of course. Alright, so now that I have those bad boys all glued down, I'm going to cut them down using these little tiny magnets. These are amazing. And then I'm going to shape them using my Pana 100-180 grit nail file. And I'm going to use that same nail file to blend the nail tip into my natural nail. Now I'm going to take my e-file and I'm going to use a Makartt sanding band to just take the shine off of my nail tip, and this just ensures that the polygel will stick without it lifting and separating from the nail tip. And just to clarify, this is a fine grit sanding band from Makartt. Alright, now I'm going to use this No Lift Nails primer that I got from Amazon, and I'm going to put 2 coats of this onto my nail bed. After applying your primer, you then want to add some type of base coat. In this set, I'm going to use Makartt's Nail Plumper in the shade Pillow Talk. I really do think that this helped made my nails last a little bit longer. And when you put this base coat on, you do want to make sure that you are wiping the sides of your nail tip. Just because you're adding product on top of product, you don't want your nails to get bulky. Now onto the polygel application. I will be using Makartt's polygel in the shade Siesta, my fave. And I will also be doing the 2-beat method using a Kolinsky brush that I got off of Amazon. I love this brush. It will be linked down in the description box below. And I also did not film a lot of my polygel application because I wanted this video to be mainly focused on the design, because I haven't really focused the video on blinged out nails yet. So yeah. So that also means I didn't show how I shaped and filed my nails as well. Now right here, you can see that I had a little bit of air bubbles in my nails. You can see right there. So I'll just taking some sharp tweezers that I believe I got from Shein, and I'm just going to pop those and then finish patting the polygel back down. Alright, so now we're on to the second bead of polygel, which is the most important part of using this method. This bead creates your flawless looking cuticle, and it creates your structure, so your apex of the nail. So as you can see, I'm not really dragging the polygel down at the moment. I'm more so patting, and I'm patting mainly on the sides of that bead where the apex is at. I'm mainly patting on the sides of the nail, if that makes sense. So you're keeping the polygel in the center of where the apex would be, and I'm gonna put a little circle on the screen. And then after that, you will most so drag the polygel down towards the end of the nail, just so the thickness won't be at the tip of the nail. It will be so in the middle of the nail, if that makes sense. And of course, we want to use gravity so we don't flood our cuticles. And boom, look at the structure of the nail. It don't look too thick, which is how I like them. And we're all done. And remember, I didn't show how I shaped and filed. So here we are, onto the nail art. So we're gonna take a mechanical pencil and I'm going to sketch out the letter G, E, and M onto my index finger, my middle finger, and my ring finger. So that spells gem, is in Gemini. Now, my birthday was Gemini season, which I know now is over. But I got really sick, so that's why this video is super duper late. And when I say sick, I mean like I couldn't like physically move and my voice was completely gone. So I knew I couldn't do a voiceover, and I didn't want to come on here with like a messed up voice. So I'm here and I'm back. Now that G is looking perfect, just the way I wanted it. And then we're going to do an E, and I believe I did the M off camera. All right, so now that all the letter work is done, we're going to take that eraser and we're just going to erase. We want to make that line art as light as we can get it, but still be able to see the lines. All right, so now we're going to take this white gel paint from Me Secret, and then we're going to just outline the letters that we just sketched out. All right, so right here, I kind of like went off the rails of what I sketched, which if you're talking about me, but I kind of like didn't do exactly what I sketched. As you see, by the time, I don't know, I just had to improvise, and I actually liked it way better than what I sketched. So after we're done doing the outline of the letters, you want to just fill those in. Now, me, when I filled mine in, I use this same line art, this liner brush, but I would recommend using like a flat brush because you will get streaks from the line art brush. Like, I'm gonna show you. Like, do you see the little streaks? Yeah, I didn't like that. And when I put the top coat on there, you can still see it a little bit. And I also didn't show me filling it in because it's really like self-explanatory. So now we're just going to get into these 3D flowers. So this was like my second time doing 3D flowers. As some of you guys may know, I did some 3D flowers on my toes one time in a video. That was a struggle because I didn't use the right tool to do the 3D flowers. So first you want to take some of Makartt's rhinestone glue and you want to put your rhinestones down. I didn't do this part right. I should have flipped it and do the little three smaller rhinestones on the outside where it would be close to the petal and not the other way, like how I just did it. So right now, as you can see, those three rhinestones should have been on the other side where the petals are going to be. Okay, so now I'm going to take a scoop of this carving gel that I got from Savvy Land, and I'm going to just use my fingers. You can put on a glove if you want to. You can rub it around in your fingers and make a little ball, and then we're just going to use this silicone tool and pat that into a petal. And this silicone tool actually came with the carving gel, which was amazing because I didn't use this the last time when I did the roses or flowers on my toes. I used a 3D brush, which made it a little bit more difficult for me. But this was a lot easier, and I think I did like a pretty good job for this being my second time. All right, so now we're just going to repeat what we just did and make another petal. All right, so here's what we're looking like. I did add another 2 petals at the bottom of the nail. Now we're just going to do our middle finger. My middle finger has a little bit more going on. And then we're going to do the rhinestones. Okay, so as you can see, I finished off the middle finger and my ring finger. Now I'm going to use Makartt's top coat, and I'm going to top coat all the nails. Okay, so I'm top coating my nails right now because I didn't want my nails to get messed up because I had to take like a little client. Here is what I did, and when I take clients, I usually post on my Instagram. So if you want to see that, just follow my Instagram at _ToniceNails_.
He know I don't fuck with lames. Now he calling cause he wants some talk.
And I'm back. So now that I'm done taking the client, and oh my gosh, I be geeking when I say I'm taking a client because I really get paid for doing nails. So before I started back on my nail, of course, I wanted to clean my nails off really good. So I washed my hands and then I used a no-lint wipe and with some alcohol, and then I just clean up off the oil and dust that I may have on my nails. And now you see me using some of the Makartt Rhinestone Gel, and I'm going to take some of these champagne color rhinestones and make a smile line. So when creating a smile line with rhinestones, I like to use bigger rhinestones in the middle of the smile line and cascade down using smaller rhinestones. Now essentially there's two ways that you can do these rhinestone French tip nails. So you can do them this way where you can add all of your rhinestones all at once, or you can do them in sections. I personally like doing them in sections just because I'm using rhinestone gel and not rhinestone glue. So rhinestone gel, you actually have time to be able to move your rhinestones around, and you have to cure it. Rhinestone glue, it dries on its own. So you'll see coming up how like my rhinestones is like moving everywhere. Like I kind of don't like that. Like it gets frustrating and it gets irritating. So it's easier to just, if you're going to use rhinestone gel, it's easier to just do it in sections. So you don't have to worry about your rhinestones moving and you keep having to put them in the perfect spot because you're a perfectionist like me. And then also, I did put a little bit too much rhinestone gel. You're going to see me wiping it off on the side. But now that my rhinestones are like kind of in the way that I want them to look, I'm going to add this big old gold charm that I've been saving. And I believe I got these from Amazon. It came in like a little packet. And I'm going to add this on there. And then after I do this, I'm going to add some more rhinestones and fill in the spaces on the side. So I showed you for like a quick little second of how it looked, and now I'm going to do my pinky. So this is the second way that you can do the rhinestone French tip. This way I'm going to do the smile line first. So I like to start off with bigger rhinestones and then cascade down the smile line into smaller rhinestones. So after the smile line is done and it's like the way I want it, I'm going to take another gold charm. It's going to be on the bigger side. And I'm going to put that straight dab in the middle of the nail. And look at that, so pretty. And I'm just going to fix that up just the way that I like it. And then I'm going to cure it. And I'm just going to flash cure this using a mini flashlight that I got from Couture for about like 10 seconds. Alright, so as you can see, I'm going to take some more of that rhinestone gel and I'm just going to put it on one side of the nail. After I put it on one side of the nail, I'm going to take my rhinestones and I'm going to just fill in the spaces. Then I'm going to cure it and repeat that same process on the other side. Alright, now pinky's all done. My whole left hand is done basically. Alright, now my right hand, as you can see, my index finger is done. Looks so cute, but I'm going to show you how I do my middle finger. So first you want to get a big gold charm, one just like my index finger, but At first, I was trying this one, but I didn't like the way that it looked. It looked too big. Then I tried a smaller one, and the smaller one, this one, was too small. So I cut the camera off, and then I picked a different one. All right, now that I found my charm that I like, I'm going to start doing some petals. I'm going to take a ball of the carving gel and I'm going to place that on a nail. Then you're going to use the pointy side of the silicone tool. You're just going to create that indent, and then you're going to use it to make the little leaf part right here, the part that sticks out, and then cure it. So I definitely noticed a difference between curing in between doing your petals and then curing after you do all of the petals, because I also did like a flower on my toe, my big toe, to match my hands. So I like to cure in between the petals, because once you do all of your petals can kind of blend and it becomes just like one flower instead of like a 3D flower where it's like you can feel the different petals, if you understand what I'm saying. So you don't have to cure after each petal. You just have to do like opposite ends of the nail just to make time go by faster. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that, because I'm not going to show you how I do every single petal, because I did like a lot of petals on this nail. Now that the middle finger is done, I went ahead and started on my ring finger French tip rhinestone nail, and I decided to do the second method where you do it in sections, and it looks great. I'm gonna go ahead and do my pinky nail and my thumb. Now that I'm all done, I did went ahead and top coat it again. I also put some matte top coat onto the flowers just because they are white and I didn't want any type of stains to get on them. But here is the final look. They look amazing. If you guys have any suggestions, make sure you guys comment, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow my Instagram. And of course, thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.